Good morning, my name is Dr. Jeremy McAnulty from New South Wales Health. I'm here to give an update on the COVID numbers for Monday the 25th of October. There were 294 locally acquired cases of COVID reported in the 24 hours to 8 o'clock last night. In the same period, there were almost 60,000 tests done. In terms of vaccination, the total number of vaccines administered in New South Wales is now more than 12 million, with more than 4 million administered by New South Wales Health and 8 million administered by the GP network, pharmacies and other providers. Across New South Wales, 93% of people 16 years and over have had their first dose of vaccine, and 84.8% have had 2 doses. In the 12 to 15-year-old age group, 77.9% have had their first dose and 50.8% have had 2 doses. So thanks very much. This is great news. We're getting up there with the vaccine numbers. We need to keep those vaccination rates high. In terms of hospitalisation, there are currently 474 people with COVID in hospital, including 116 people who are in intensive care and 57 of those who require ventilation. Of the 116 people in intensive care, 89 were not vaccinated, 18 have had 1 dose of vaccine, and 9 have had 2 doses of vaccine. In terms of deaths, sadly, we're reporting the deaths of 4 people with COVID, 3 men and 1 woman. 1 person was in their 40s, 2 people in their 60s, and 1 in their 70s. 2 were from Sydney's inner west, 1 person was from southwestern Sydney, and 1 person was from the Central Coast. The person in their 40s was not vaccinated, 2 people in their 60s had received 1 dose of COVID vaccine, and the person in their 70s had received 2 doses of COVID vaccine. All 4 people had underlying health conditions, and we'd like to extend our sincere sympathies to the families and loved ones of these people who sadly died. In terms of suburbs with most cases reported yesterday, these were Lavington, West Kempsey, Thurgoona, St John's Park, Albury, North Albury and East Albury. Now, today we're seeing most students returning to school after a long period away from school. And this is a very exciting time for many parents and kids. So we'd like to take the opportunity to remind parents and their children about the things we can do to remain COVID safe at school. If your child has any symptoms at all, however mild, please keep them at home and get them tested to make sure they don't have COVID. This will protect your family and your school from any infection. Importantly, for parents and students aged 12 years and older who have not yet been vaccinated, please do so. This is incredibly important for keeping us all safe, and it can lessen the risk of both catching the infection and also transmitting it to other people. And vaccines are available across the state through GPs, pharmacies and our vaccination clinics. It's also important that parents remind their children about the importance of hand hygiene, so cleaning your hands regularly and either using hand sanitizer or washing your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds is really important throughout the day. And wearing a mask is also a really important way to help prevent the spread of the infection and other infections too. So it's important that you encourage your child to wear a mask at school throughout the day to help protect other people. So again, thanks very much for coming forward for testing and importantly vaccination to keep us all safe.